let me tell you about a time I was hoping to some weird ass girl, and she wasted my time. So it's back in September, and I'm at home. No, I'm at work, matter of fact, my fault. I'm at work, and I put up a post about Halloween and Matthew McDonald's, some bullshit like that. And this girl named, we will call her Ashley. Ashley swipes up on some smooth shit. And for fun shit, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna go every time. I'm not easy, but a man got him once in these. But that's not the point. Anyways, so she swiped up on some smooth shit and say something. So it get me. I'm not gonna lie. It caught me. It caught me. And you feel me? I started peeing the profile, and I'm like, oh, she bad. So I'm like, yo, I'm on this. She tried to pursue me. That's her first. No girls ever try to pursue me. We ain't gonna talk about that again. So I'm going, and I'm testing again to know her. And the bitch gonna ask me, do I drive? Do I got kids? And other that and some other shit. And I'm like, yo, that's kind of personal tax. But whatever. So I answer the questions. Then I get her number. So the question of do I drive resurfaces again. And she's like, oh, I'm going to give you a year and a half to get a car. And I'm like, are you my mother? But ah. So she says that shit, and I'm ignoring the signs like a dumbass. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to play along. So fast forward to like a week. I'm like, you fuck it. I'm going to take her on a date. I'm going to take her bowling and dinner. All reliable. Why? I'm trying to surprise her, and she's picking like, yo, where we going? And I tell her, and she gets in the attitude. And I'm like, what's wrong? She's, I don't want to go bowling. I don't like bowling. I'm like, okay. So after an hour of like going back and forth, she says, we gonna quick. She's cool. Whatever. So fast forward to the dates. I told her, yo, be ready by 2, because I want to go to bowling by 3. She's like, cool. That's fine. By 1:30, this girl told me I'm not getting out. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right, I could push back a little bit. Bro, this guy don't show up until 9. But here's the kicker. Kicker is, right? So I get her Uber from her crew to my crew to the bowling alley. So, I get a little bit of flowers. So I'm like, fuck, I got time. I'm gonna get her flowers. First impression's the best impression. So I get the Uber. She says, copy. Gets in. Uber gets smiles. I open the door. Give her the flowers. Why did she start screaming? Top of her lungs. So I'm looking confused. I look at the Uber driver. Uber driver look at me, and he looks over it. So I get in the car, and I'm like, funky. Maybe that's her initial reaction. After like 5 minutes, I'm trying to talk to her, and she's in the corner, just like mumbling to herself. And I'm not talking like talking to myself mumble. I mean like I'm mentally ill mumble. So as she's mumbling, I'm asking her, are you okay? And I'm proceeding to still look at the Uber driver because he looks over it. So as I'm talking to her, she just continues to mumble and like laugh. So I'm like, I'm kind of worried because is this bitch crazy? But, you know, the show must go on. So I'm in. As after a while, I just leave her alone to like, admire the flowers. She takes a water bottle out of her purse and hands it to me and says, yo, take some of this. I'm Jamaican. My mother always told me don't take things from strangers. She gonna hand me it. I open the bottle. I said, what it is? I get a whiff of that shit. That was probably the most strongest liquor I've ever smelt in my life. And I'm like, I'm good. No. So I start putting two and two together. Like, maybe she's drunk. I'm like, there's no way she's drunk, because, first impression's always the best impression. As the car ride's going on, she continues to act weird. And I'm like, what's going on? Where's the cameras? Somebody tell me what's going on. We get to the bowling alley. I open her door, because I'm a gentleman. I open her door and I go, help her out. I'm walking with her and she's stumbling. The security there checks us. So he looks at her and is like, bro, is she okay? And I said, bro, I don't even know. I'm just here for the vibes. So he looks at me, he's like, nah, bro, she's sauced. And I'm like, at this point, I kind of peep it, but I'm like, it can't be that bad. So I'm like, he on the law, he gonna pull me to the side and be like, I bet you $20 you can't get through this day. If I'm lying, I'm flying. So we had to make a little Betty bet in the court, and down low. So I bring her in. I put our names in, and I go first. So then she goes after me. So then after that, she goes again. By the time I turn around for her second turn, she sprawled across the bench of the bowling alley, fast asleep because she's sauced. And as I'm trying to wake her up, I'm like, fuck it. She's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I woke her to the bathroom. She was in there for 30 minutes during her life. Then she proceeds to come out. We go back. She can't even stand up. So I had to pick her up. I had to finish the game for both of us, pick her up, bring her back to my house, because I wasn't going to let a drunk girl roam the streets by herself. And I had to, like, sleep on my couch and give her my bed because I didn't want to go down with a rape charge. So I had to sleep in my outside clothes on my couch so she wouldn't think I tried something on her. Then I had to break her back home the next day and circle back. I'm gonna give a part two to what happens next. But if you're ever seeing this, oh, I hate you. So this is part two of the most weirdest girl I ever told to a day in my life. So after I spin back home, we start texting, and I don't know why I'm texting the girl, but I'm still texting her. So she apologized about the way she was acting and whatnot, and said we should redo the date. So by that time, at the time, me and my friends were just talking about how we want to go kart with me, my cousin, our partner. So we was like, fuck it. I told them what happened. They was like, this turns into a three-man. Let's all bring our girlfriends. So they was like, they're gonna bring their girlfriends and I'm gonna bring her. So I proposed the idea to her and she's all for it. Oh yeah, well let's do that. So we start planning it. So me, my partner, and my cousin, we start, planning this shit, getting our rentals and the tickets ready. So she's so excited. But before this, she said, I want to see you again before, to make sure the vibe is right. Which is no problem. I don't know why at this point I'm ignoring all the red flags. So at this point, I'm telling her to come some. I know we to go out again. This time she comes in late again. So this time we were just supposed to do dinner. She ends up being in again. Doesn't come until like 10 o'clock. So at this point, we was like, you know what? We're gonna watch. We're gonna just stay in, order something to eat, and chill. So she ends up spending the night. While we on my couch, and we're watching 20v1 Jamaican videos, bro. 20v1 Jamaican videos. And then on top of that, she turns to me and says, yo, let's buy some liquor. What? So I started saying, I don't really drink. If you know me, I don't drink. So I was like, all right, cool. So I said, you know what? Get what you want to get, and I'll pay for it. I have no problem. Why the fuck this bitch gonna buy this? Do you see how big this bottle is? And she drunk the whole thing by herself in one night. So at this point now, I know I'm not doing nothing with this bitch because she's drunk. I'm not having sexual intercourse or anything with a woman that's off liquor and I'm sober. So we end up, just chatting up a little bit and going to sleep. So the next day, she gets up. Well, I get up at like 10 o'clock. She doesn't get up until like 3 because she's in and out of sleep because she's drunk. So at this point, I'm chilling and I'm like, you feel me? I do photography, so I'm just doing my little editing on my laptop while she sleeps. So she gets up and wants to drink again. So at this point, I'm mentally checked out. I look with a wine soaked this girl. So, to end that sleep that night, she ended up going home the next day. She was drunk again. I'm still talking to her. Let's fast forward to the go-karting date. The week we're supposed to go, I already put money down. It was like $300 for the rental, the tickets, and everything, right? For everything we'll do that day. I paid for me and her. And she, that week she said, I'm so excited to go, da da da. So me, my partner, and my mans, we on the phone every day talking about how excited it's going to be. Because all three of us have never had a girlfriend at the same time. So why is it that about 3-4 days before we about to go, that this bitch start acting weird? Like, grab her seats off and she go missing. But before that happens, it's like October now. I'm looking at her September wrap up. Why the fuck this bitch got my flowers I got her in it? And she's parked up in an AMG. I don't drive an AMG. So I peep that shit and I fake like escalate. You know, what's to that? Like, what car you in? Not trying to be. She's like, you want me to delete it? I was like, I'm not insecure. Do your thing, homegirl. So as we're getting closer, I'm like, damn. I start addressing the fact that she starts acting weird. She's like, oh, my fault, sweetheart. You feel me? Da da da. My bad. Just making up a whole bunch of bullshit ass excuses. And why is it that, wait, probably 48 hours before the fucking date, she sends me a thick ass paragraph saying I can't do this no more and blocks me on all social media. So I was stuck going on a 3-man with no date. So I'm just fifth wheeling my cousin and my mans. And I'm just there taking photos, smoking, looking like a lonely bitch. And on top of that, my phone dies as soon as we get to the place. So I'm looking like a big dumbass. I swear to God, this made me want to hate bitches. But, me finding God, I could have said a lot of things and done a lot of things to that girl. But you know me, I'm a man of God. I just left it alone. So, Ashley, go fuck yourself.